Yeah, hi, ma'am.
Hello, Lalit ji. I was expecting, I thought like I had the session with you and I was thinking, is it a new Lalit or is
Mhm.
it the same Lalit? Now I remember.
No, we already have had a conversation.
Yes, we had a conversation. Yes. Okay, so how
That
have you
time,
been doing?
yeah, I have been doing great. Thank you for asking. And everything is going quite well. I have nothing to complain about, ma'am. What about you, well? How have you
That's
been?
that's really great. I'm glad to hear that. Um, yeah, I have been doing exceptionally well, I must say. That things are working great in my life and everything is perfect. I also don't have any complaint and even grateful to the universe that everything is great. Yeah,
So, whenever I also get time, I also express my gratitude towards the things, whatever I am owning right now, and whatever I have been getting from the
that's a
nature,
great
from the
habit.
people, from the community. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great habit, and over time it accumulates itself. Like whenever you
Mm,
say, express your gratitude to the universe, it gives you back a multiplied, like you get again and
exactly.
again the time
But
because appreciation, everybody loves appreciation. Similarly, the universe also love that appreciation when it gets from people, and then it gives things in a better manner to get more appreciation.
so I'm very excited uh, like to have this session with you because I was planning for a long time I want to have a session with you, but I was not able to find the time. I was not able to find your schedule as well. And out of the blue, day before yesterday, I think I thought let's have a conversation and connect with you so that I also can resonate myself with your vast knowledge as you have been bestowing out there on YouTube.
Thank you so much. Yes, I am also looking forward to the lovely conversation with you. Actually, I have watched a few conversations of yours with other YouTubers. So I think you are connecting to many people nowadays and you have taken this journey very seriously. Although you were already there back then, you connected to me, you were very serious and dedicated candidate I come across. So that's great. So I want to know what things have been changed and how much you feel improved and how's your journey.
Okay. So, as like when I started my journey, so I haven't thought about it like I'm gonna utter this language seriously because
Mhm.
I was thinking that this is not my cup of tea and I'm not gonna utter this language in my whole life. And I was losing my hope initially a lot, but by having such kind of guidance from your kind of people are personified, I have been inculcating lot many things, and those things are propelling me that I should grow more, I should accomplish more something in my life. And still I'm in the pipeline to establish my career in the communication sector itself.
Wow. Wow. It's like I can see a conspicuous change in your English, the way you have incorporated 5 to 7 words in just one go. Like remarkable. That's great. How did you master it? And it's then it's like very inspiring thing that initially you had doubts, like you were confused
Mhm.
and you even thought that okay, it is not my cup of tea, I would not be able to make it, I would not be able to speak fluently, effortlessly. But now you are sounding more sophisticated and very comfortable with the language. Can you enlighten us a little bit about how you are incorporating these new words effortlessly? This is the main thing I get from my audience.
When I started uttering this language in a basic manner, so I was thinking, I was considering myself on a plateau that time. I was not improving that time by leaps and bounds, and I decided that I need to bring out such a way by following each and everybody can remember the vocabularies and inculcate the vocabularies over a long period of time. So that
Mhm.
was not a low hanging fruit for me. I also decided to hit this hard nut to crack, and I decided like I should find out some way by following that. I also like can remember the vocabularies for long. So what I did actually, I'm just telling you the truth what I actually did and what I usually do to learn the vocabularies.
Mm.
because everybody is finding a lot many impediments or cumbersome while learning the vocabularies, including me. Still, I find, so when I forcefully push forward the vocabularies while speaking, so I also find lot many hindrances. So what I usually do, I just jot down the words on my notebook, and I try to create a story related to all those words whichever I have written on my notebook, and I just try to repeat that story periodically. So when I do this thing, am I audible to you?
Yes.
You have got stuck.
Yes, you are audible.
Okay, so when I do that particular kind of story, or when I repeat that particular story, so I accustomed to repeating that story again and again, and then I'm able to remember or recall the words while speaking as well, because I have inculcated all the words in the form of story.
Wow.
So, but literally, this is it. This is still not a cakewalk to incorporate the vocabularies or comprise the vocabularies while speaking. Because when you are forcefully pushing forward the vocabularies while speaking, you always find that this is completely unprecedented, and you will not be able to incorporate the vocabularies. It literally difficult, a hard nut to crack.
I do agree, but the way you are incorporating is remarkable. Like it's outstanding, I must say. And the approach you have, you have been using it. The method that you have been using is so pragmatic, which gives you the
Mm.
result, and I can see the conspicuous result in yourself in order to mitigate the problem, the struggle while speaking. Great one.
Mm.
But you are making me aware of the competition now. There's a lot of competition. You are here to beat me.
No, actually,
Just
no,
kidding.
actually, no. I'm not here to. I'm not here to defeat anybody. I am just diminishing my
I get
own
it.
shortcomings.
Mm,
Yeah.
I
Because
get
it's
it.
been like long time I have been endeavoring to conquer this language, and I
My
need to find
goodness.
out thousands of ways, like how can I learn the things very expeditiously.
I'm happy to see you progressing. I'm happy a learner who is that much dedicated and incorporating words. I really love this thing a lot. I was just kidding that,
I
but
also.
yes, I really love the way you are using the word. These are like, I know all the words, but I'm not able to use. Like I'm not using on daily basis. But when I saw
Mm.
you, when I listen to you, it's like goosebumps. Like wow, somebody is using it very effortlessly, and it's a remarkable shift, I must say.
I also look forward, like, for those people, those who are able to comprehend such kind of words, because I cannot use such kind of tabulated word in front of everybody, because like
Absolutely.
if I'm using intentionally or deliberately such kind of words in front of each and everybody, or in front of a beginner who has just started his journey, so he can find lot many hindrances while getting me. So that is why I always try to keep my communication in a limitation, so that everybody is able to comprehend me in a proper manner, and everybody can embrace my communication.
Wow. Great. It is just not about embracing, it is about inspiring too. Like when I see people like, it really inspires me a lot to learn and then use because it sounds so sophisticated, so clear. It, gives a vivid picture to our mind, like what the person exactly wants to say, and in a very
Mhm.
precise manner we can communicate with the person and connect, and it is like clearly presented and we are able to construct a very great sentence in order to sound more formal and sound more sophisticated, and it transform entirely our personality too, which I really admire that you have incorporated. Wow.
Thank you so much for praising me, but as you have been witnessing all the things in myself as well, and I also have been learning. I also have been gathering and accumulating thousands and tons of things from your conversations, because you have been delivering such a great content, such a authentic, and such a vast content on YouTube.
Thank you so much. That really means a lot. And thank you so much for connecting to me again. I'm so happy to see you improving like this. And it gives me the fuel, it gives me the motivation to study every single day. So I'm really grateful to have audience like you. Okay. So as you talked a little bit about the plateau situation, right? And again, you talked about the beginners also. If you come across any beginner, or if the big in front of beginners you cannot speak and use advanced words, absolutely the person will feel intimidating, that okay, the person is trying to show off or maybe trying to just speak more and more, and that then the person's confidence goes down, and that's what we are not supposed to do, right? As
Exactly.
we all are able to resonate with everyone's journey, like as we all are Indians and we know how much we struggle and what kind of environment we get, and about the exposure also we don't get it. And when it comes to beginner, that the person starts speaking, and if the person comes across a person who speaks very vast and very sophisticated or advanced English, then it's again a very challenging thing for them to come out and boost their confidence. So it's great that you always keep that in your mind. But so tell me, if somebody who is there, an intermediate and going through the plateau situation, what the person should be doing, or what this person should not be doing at all.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. I would like to spill the beans about it little bit as much as I can. So the thing is this: when somebody is considering himself or herself undermined, so we should stop considering ourselves undermined first. We should have conviction on ourselves if we literally want to cultivate something in ourselves. Literally. So the thing is this: as I told you that when I was on a plateau, so where I was not growing, I was not growing by leaps and bounds. Even I was thinking that how can I grow myself? How can I improve my communication? And
Mhm.
nobody was there who could influence me in that particular situation. So I needed to find my own ways of learning. So people, what they need to do, all the people are having some kind of qualities, right? So they just need to find out those qualities. By following them, the person will be able to remember the vocabularies over a long period of time, and he can achieve whatever he wants to achieve in his life, right? So the thing is this, that the people needs to recognize those ways, those who are very essential, those who are very inhabitable for the people, and by following that they will be able to conquer everything in a easy manner. So what I actually did in the form of vocabularies, I just find out, I just found out that way, and I started doing that particular practice, and I started conquering and triumphing the vocabularies. So that is how I also had been doing all the things, and people also can do, because people need to recognize such a way. Like if I'm working in an organization, so here I need to learn that particular process, like how can I deliver my SLAs to the company, how can I deliver the production with accurate accuracy. So when I'm able to indulge myself, when I'm able to put my body and soul in that particular process, then I'm able to do that particular thing. And if I'm just thinking that sitting ideal and I'm just beating around the bush about that particular process, I will not be able to conquer anything. So, first and foremost thing is this, that we need to come out from our comfort zone, and we need to kick off that particular process, whichever the thing is this, and then we only be able to learn something or achieve something. So, like if somebody is feeling on a plateau, so he must need to recognize his qualities, his features, so that he can grow by leaps and bounds.
Wow. I am totally mesmerized, and I want to hear you for hours and hours. It seems like I'm listening to a Shashi Tharoor. I'm listening to right now the Shashi Tharoor. Wow.
Oh my
Great.
God, such a great
Uh,
privilege that you are giving
it
me. But
it
yeah,
will help learners out there, and it will motivate them to study and to conquer and achieve the level you have achieved. I want to know, how many hours do you study every single day?
okay. So when it comes to study, and also I was completely a cold coffee in this. I was not able. like I was not able to do any kind of study, even though still I don't like to study and read out the books. Yes, sorry, ma'am. Sorry, actually, I got a call and
Okay. No problem. Yes.
sorry for that.
You didn't like to study at all. From there, you can
Yeah,
continue.
yeah. I didn't like to study at all, and I purchased couple of books. Sorry for inconvenience. Actually,
No problem. Yeah.
okay. So I was not into study, and I was not into the reading habit. So what I have been doing, I have not been doing anything like related to the study or related to books kind of things. I have been just indulging myself with such a things so that I also can add on thousands of points in myself, in my conscience. So my ultimate goal is just to become fluent, become very effective. How I
Hmm.
can become? Because I need to recognize such a ways. By following them, I'll be able to conquer or triumph everything. Right. So if I'm working somewhere, I need to recognize my working ways. If I'm like talking to you, so I need to recognize those potential in myself, doing those who are doing great in my communication. Like if you are speaking in a clear and concise manner, so I also need to comprise those things in my communication so that I also can represent myself in a better version and in an effective manner. So
Hmm.
reading can give you the way of speaking. Reading can give you the pronunciation, how to pronounce the word correctly. As per my way of perceiving, I cannot say that I have the vast knowledge about the reading and all. But these kinds of benefits people can get from the reading. Like if
Hmm.
somebody is not able to pronounce the word correctly, so he can pronounce the word in a accurate or in a perfect manner.
Hmm. But I didn't get the answer. Like, how many hours do you still study? Like, do you practice
Okay,
every
okay.
day?
So actually, I don't find the time to read out something or to do something in the communication apart from talking to the people. And
Okay.
but yeah, once in a blue moon, whenever I feel like that I should work on my vocabularies, so that time I try to find out some time. And whenever like other person is incorporating such kind of advanced words or such kind of uh, fancy words, so I try to jot down that word and I try to work on that word. So that's how I
Wow.
also have been doing study. Otherwise, I
Hmm.
don't do any kind of like study practice and all. I don't do any kind of reading newspaper because reading some people say this thing that we should read out the newspaper, but
Hmm.
literally this is a difficult task. Who can do reading of newspaper? Those who are very impeccable, those who are very the great speaker in this, I would say. This is like
Hmm.
literally quite harder to crack, those who are just learning this language for them. Yeah, as for you,
Absolutely.
I would like to know this thing from your end. Like if somebody wants to kickstart the learning of newspaper, so how he can do that particular thing? Like is it a good thing to read out the newspaper, or what's your perception on this?
Okay, what's my perception on this? Reading anything is a personal choice, I must say. It's not like if I say or if you say you should be reading the Hindu newspaper, you should be reading Indian Express, you should be reading any newspaper, or you should be reading any genre, books, anything. It is all up to your interest. If you enjoy, you should then pick reading, and you can read anything. It is not mandatory to read only newspaper. But I
Okay.
also like, as per my own experience, that reading really helps a lot to master the language. For that reason, you have to just find your genre. Newspaper, I don't find that everybody loves. A person who is into maybe games, who wants to read about sports, and a person who is into politics, these people prefer reading newspaper. I'm not sure about even the sports too, if people love reading or not, but people who are into politics, they love reading books. Apart from that, people who are preparing for banking, SSC, and all those examination, they have to learn the current affairs. Those people, I think, have that mandatory thing to read newspaper on regular basis. Apart from that, I don't think so that people love reading newspaper, but I have come across people who love reading books. Their genres are different. Like
Mhm.
my genre is related to self help or motivational, and people have kind of interest in reading novels, a lot of thriller, romance, and like that. So that is personal choice, I must say.
Yes. Thanks for explaining. Well, okay, so I have a couple of questions. If you
Wow,
are giving me your consent, so I can ask those
absolutely.
questions to you.
Yeah, shoot.
Okay, so yeah, my first question is related to overthinking, right? So
Hmm.
when somebody is starting his or her career in something, so we always do lot mean like tons of overthinking. So I would like to know from your end, like like how the people can make the decisions without doing tons of overthinking.
I think overthinking leads to just procrastination, nothing else. You do overthink, you don't take any action and do just procrastinate, even if you have things in yourself. Instead of doing overthinking, just pick a pen and paper, start writing down your about your potential, about your caliber, and then about your interest. Have you read about the book Ikigai, the Japanese concept to find the passion and work which are interconnected, like the work you love to do and the work you are actually going to help you grow in life. They are interconnected. Then I think this is the right way to start writing down what you are thinking, like instead of doing the overthinking again and again. So if you want to decide something ultimately for yourself, like this is what I want to do, in order to get that exact clarity, I must say, you should write it down. Write down your thoughts, write down your interest, write down your preferences, then your caliber, your potential. If you are good at these, the things which are required to pursue something, okay, then if that is not in you, then you can pursue some courses, and some you can take help from others, you can take guidance from others, you can master your skills by joining people. Nowadays nothing is like impossible, everything is possible, everything is accessible. That's like everybody is aware of. Because of technology and social media, everything is easily accessible, so you can get help, you can master that, and then you can pursue. Nowadays, I mean, it is not, it should not be there, like overthinking and procrastination. It is because of just I think lack of enthusiasm is there, who is backing up this thought of overthinking and procrastinating. Otherwise, people who are enthusiastic, people who are dedicated, people who have strong, aim and clarity, they are not even ready to stop themselves. They just get up early and they do stuff which is required in the morning itself, morning rituals, and they will go there and they like conquer the world itself. So in today's world, it's not difficult to get that. I hope I answered.
Yes, yes, yes. So yeah, you have explained in such a better manner, such a great version, and I was expecting such a great answer from your end.
Wow.
That you are going to deliver such a great answer to me, and as I also have been witnessing that thing, that you are such an enthusiastic person to grab the things and to perceive the things in a right manner. And this is the only way, that if we are just taking the things in an optimistic manner, then we only can articulate the things in a great manner or in a positive manner.
Absolutely, absolutely. Uh, Depends on the interest too. If you are following the passion, if that is already passion you are interested in, then you don't need to think much. You will get even ideas, a lot of ideas. Simultaneously, do not follow the same kind of monotonous routine. Incorporate some kind of exercises, physical exercise or meditation or something which gives you the clarity. It helps, actually helps. I have personally experienced in my life, like when you incorporate small basic habits, good exercises, anything related to your brain, related to your health, it really helps you to focus on the required thing.
Okay. Thank you so much. So my next question is related to goals. Like now these days, people are having tons of goals. They pick up innumerable of goals at a moment. So like what we should do in that particular situation? We should try to conquer thousands of things in one go, or we should be focusing on only one thing at a time, at a moment.
That's a really nice question. I think one thing at a time I would prefer. According to me, I don't know about others. Some people are like very versatile. They are multi-skilled, multi-talented, and very easy to go, and are able to adapt new things and new changes and shifts at all. But in my case, I focus on one thing at a time. And uh, there is an advertisement too, where somebody was saying, not advertisement, I think I watched a reel where somebody was saying that you should be very good at your thing, the one you feel you are meant for and you are good at. Do the needed, like, go the extent, achieve it to the 100, your level best. You have to try your level best to achieve it till the 100. But yes, we cannot be always perfect in anything, but try to be till 90% or 95 or 80%, so people feel amazed when you see in your field. Otherwise, when you are focusing on this, then you will not be able to give proper attention, energy, and time to that one particular thing which you are very good at. I watched a few of the Shark Tank episodes too, where some people came and they were talking about the business and all. Then the sharks asked a few questions, as they usually do. So then, when they get to know about the CEO or the founder of the particular uh, startup or business, that the founder is in like the founder is doing something else too simultaneously, or running a different business too, then sharks, don't invest, and they take the back step, and then like, oh, we don't, because everybody wants you fully in that one thing, that in which you are very good. And I also am able to resonate more with that one, focusing on one thing at a time.
Yeah, quite satisfied answer, quite phenomenal answer. Because yeah, we should more focus on one thing at a moment, so that we can put our body and soul in that. And if we are just putting
Absolutely.
our body and soul in something, so we are definitely gonna get lot many outcomes.
Absolutely.
And we will definitely having thousands of hope from that particular thing, that we have put our effort on this, and definitely we are gonna have thousands of outcomes, and we are not gonna have any kind of excruciating situation in our upcoming future.
Absolutely. Actually, the problem is that now the generation, the upcoming new generation, is wants to have the instant gratification. That is behind that instant gratification. Okay, I want to achieve a lot of things in this less time and conquer the world and things. They don't have that much patience, and the thing which you need to be very skilled and talented, that requires your time, patience, everything, practice, and that takes time. Like when you are focusing on one thing, it will take maybe 1 year to 2 years to master and become very good at it. So that is missing somewhere in today's generation, and that is why they are focusing on this, and like maybe confused, or then it leads to overthinking, then it leads to over procrastination, and like this, then into at the end depression that comes into picture. Yeah.
Yeah, it happens. And now then what people start doing, they start doing some meditation later on. Like after doing all the things, after having lot many bodhrishan and beel and boy in their life, then they start doing meditation. Now we have reached on the level of meditation, and to stay away from the anxiety and from the beel and boy, we should do some kind of meditation to remove the turbulence from our life.
And then they hit the reality. Then they feel, oh, okay, that's it. And
Yeah,
then
yeah, yeah.
clarity starts coming in their life. Yeah.
So now these days, I also have been witnessing one thing, that
Hmm.
criticization is huge there in the market.
Hmm.
So when somebody is growing by leaps and bounds, and somebody is going down, so every time the person is criticized. So what do you understand by this thing? Like how we should perceive the criticization in our life?
Wow. Um, Great question. Um, the question that needs to be given a lot of attention and then contemplate properly. But जितना मैं समझती हूँ, like when that is a kind of a constructive criticism from which you
Hmm.
can learn, then you should take it seriously, learn from it, and then move forward. But the criticism that comes because of envy, jealousy, all those, then you don't need to even think of it. I remember when I started my career, even before starting, I have been following for so long Ankur Wariko, if you know that. I have
Yeah,
read
I
his
know.
two books and I have been following him a lot on social medias, on Instagram, YouTube, everywhere. One day, very, very long ago, I guess 2 to 3 years ago, I remember
Mm.
during my when I was preparing for banking, he shared about how much people criticized him. Very bad words were used, abusing, and very, very bad words. When I think he hit the bottom and he failed in some kind of business and all, then they were really criticizing him badly. But later he stood up, he did again, he tried, and then he conquered. So he was giving this message that people will say something about you. Definitely, and be ready for it. Make the mind that people will, and I'm ready for it always. That I'm sure one day, or maybe one or two, or like 100 people are watching, though maybe 10 people will not love you or not say good things. It can be
Exactly.
because of any reason, it can be. But if they are, if it is something which you can learn from, take it. If not, remove it and go forward, because that's not your work. Let them do their work and you focus on your responsibilities. That's what I feel.
Yeah, thank you so much for your explanation. And I am really as resonating myself with your answers because you are giving such a practical answers, whichever I have been witnessing in my life as well. Because as I told you, as I executed this question, so that question came from my brain itself, like it happened to me as well. So I should let ask this question to you so that I also can gather some information or gather some idea how do you perceive the criticization and all. Because like, and you said completely right, I completely accord with you. So we should always focus on ourselves. We should not focus on the criticization, whatever the things are being done by the people. We should
Hmm.
only incorporate the things in ourselves. We should not let the people know that you have to do something according to
Hmm.
me.
Hmm.
Let the people do their work, and we should do our own work.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
This is the great thing, and we should only focus on that particular thing in which we can grow. We can represent ourselves in front of the people so that people also can recognize us, that you are the person who were criticized a lot, and now you have grown a lot, and
Hmm.
now you are improving by leaps and bounds. Yeah. So I'm done with my
Absolutely.
questions. If you have any, yeah, if you have any question for me, if you have anything to share with me or bring up here, so you can definitely bring that up.
Yeah, I just want to add here. In addition to that, I feel like everybody faces criticism in some or the other
Mm.
way. If not on social media, that's a different thing. But in real life, everybody feels like sometime people, like families, are comparing. Even in our family itself, like cousins are compared. Like my cousins are compared with my me right now. Like
It
uh,
used to happen
we
to me as
studied.
well.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah, so every now and then we come across such things, but we should understand ourselves better. When you have that understanding, strong understanding about your own self, your own ways, and you have that confidence in yourself that you will do something and you know your ways, then you don't need to take anyone very seriously. Just listen to them and forget about it. So you can, and this is the another way to stay connected to your own self. I remember watching Raj Samani's, I think, reel, if I'm pronouncing it right. He was saying that if you want to pursue and if you want to do extraordinary thing in your life, be ready about. Make sure, make your mind fully clear about the things which you are going to do. Then, in between, if something happens, if family is saying something, if friends are saying something, if society is saying something, that thing should be clear to you even now when you are starting, and when you are thinking of doing something extraordinary, because things will take place. Then you cannot just give up because of something. So that strong personality you have to build, and this comes from within. If you have that desire to be the extraordinary one, you have to become sometimes deaf to the society. what people say or how people take you or how people perceive you. Though it is your responsibility to not harm anyone. Wanna grow, grow, but without harming anyone. That should be your
Exactly.
responsibility as a citizen. So that's what just I wanted to add.
Yeah, we must have resilience in ourselves. We must have perseverance in ourselves. Then only we can handle each and everything in a composed manner. If we are just not able to if we are not able to post something in some manner, so we have to comprehend those things in a proper manner. We shouldn't take the action on immediate basis. We first think, then later on we should take some actions on those. If we are taking any immediate, any impromptu or extempore actions, so they can be harmful for our decision making.
Absolutely. And once you achieve a position, you should be very, very careful before opening your mouth. We all are aware now of the things which happened recently. Um, so, yeah, I also feel now the sense of responsibility when people
Mm.
who are elder than me are already college professors and teachers in government school. I have few people like this, and I have met many people who are working professionals and elder than me, more than 50 years they are. Then when they come and appreciate, then it is kind of a very huge responsibility. Earlier I used to take it very casually, okay, having a conversation, uploading it, this is fine. Now it's like, oh, people are learning from you, Rajni. You have the responsibility. Now people are
Mm.
learning from you. Now they look up to you. You are inspiring them. So whatever you do, they will take seriously. So that is a huge responsibility, I feel, and I feel grateful that somewhat the universe has made me or given me the potential or responsibility. So I'm ready to just uh,
Yeah, that is a great thing. We should definitely recognize our potential vividly in this particular moment, because now this is our behalf a responsibility where we have to deliver all the things in an authentic manner, and we have to be very clear and concise at each and every moment. Like if we are delivering, if we are providing any kind of content to the audience, so that content should be very authentic, that content should be very clear, so that
mm,
every, like if anybody that is gullible and who is watching that video, so he would also be able to understand everything.
absolutely.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, so our
And
meeting
you,
is
I have been witnessing, I already have mentioned this thing, that you have been delivering such a great content out there on YouTube, and I also have been rejuvenating myself by your
wow.
content.
I am today over the moon after talking to you, and you inspired me a lot. And I think this video will teach many people many things, and even especially the words you have used in a well manner, in a very constructive manner, and then effortlessly. It will give it will help people to have interest in language, and many people after listening to my many conversations, they have started their journey again of learning the language. So this will add in their journey. Thank you so much for the insightful session. It was really lovely talking to you.
Yeah, I'm also very grateful that I have got this euphoric chance to have this fruitful conversation with you. I'm
Yeah,
really grateful. I'm really thankful to you. Thank you so much to give me this chance to have this gleeful conversation. Thank you so much.
you're welcome, sir, and have a great day ahead. Bye bye.
So much. Have a great night.